welcome back to my channel and welcome to card 3 in my 2017 Valentine card series. Today I'm going to be using this cute cacti set from Lawn Fawn called Stuck on You, as well as the Heart Day 6x6 pattern paper pad by Crate Paper. So I'm actually not going to be coloring on my card at all today, which is pretty unusual because coloring is my favorite part of card making, so I do color on 99% of my cards. But I wanted to show you guys that there are other options. So today I'm going to be using some different colored inks, and whoops, that was a lucky drop. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys that there are other options for you if you're not a coloring enthusiast. So I pulled out my Misty, and I'm going to be stamping these two cacti with the Lawn Fawn Freshly Mowed Grass ink. And this is my first time stamping these two images, so I went ahead and stamped them twice. That is the great thing about the Misty. I actually just flipped my cardstock around and I can stamp those images out again so that I can make multiples. Since these cards are going to the Cards from the Heart card drive benefiting St. Jude's Children's Hospital and more children's hospitals, I wanted to create two cards with one pass if I could. It's just as quick and easy to do it as it is to do the one, honestly, so might as well. Now I'm taking the Lawn Fawn Guava ink and I'm stamping out the little cactus blossom so that that can rest on the smaller cactus's head. Of course, you could put it on either one, but that's where I'm going to put it for these cards. I also took my VersaFine Onyx Black ink and stamped out the little pot 4 times so that I would have one for each cactus. Next I'm taking the Lawn Fawn Baked with Love stamp set and I'm just inking up 2 smiley faces from that set to stamp on my little cacti. This particular set, the Stuck on You set, does not come with any smiley faces, but there are lots of Lawn Fawn sets that do, so I'm sure you could pull them from any number of those sets if you wanted to add them. For my focal panel, I have die cut a piece of pattern paper with the Lawn Fawn Stitch Journaling Card die, and then I also die cut a floor piece with that die and the Stitch Simple Hillside Borders dies. I also die cut a piece of plain white cheap cardstock just to reinforce that pattern paper since it's not super thick and I want to be able to pop this up on my card later. So I'm just gluing those together with some Tombow Mono Multi Glue and then just making sure that it's straight together. Then I can go ahead and add my little ground piece at the bottom. And then I'll do a second focal panel exactly the same. I am doing 2 cards in this video, but I'm only going to show the card assembly for one of them since they're pretty much the same, very similar, but I will show you both cards at the end so you can see the difference. So now I'm just taking some more of that Tombow Mono Multi Glue and I'm adhering the pots down to the top of my pattern paper ground there. It's meant to be like a tablecloth or a countertop or something like that that the cacti would rest on. So I'm going to glue this smaller cacti on the right side so that she's looking up at the larger cacti, and then he will go at the left kind of looking down at her. And then I will take my little cactus blossom and just add a dot of glue where I want it to go. And then just set that down in place right on top. And not only does that bring a pop of color to the card, but it also just gives her a little personality. So I've stamped my sentiment onto a banner cut with the MFT Sentiment Strips dies. There are 4 in that collection. I chose the one with the flag ends. And I'm just going to glue that to the top of my focal panel, and then I'll set an acrylic block over top of that just to help it adhere flat to the card. So my card base is a piece of Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth Premium White cardstock, scored and folded to a standard size portrait style card, so that means it is 5.5 inches tall by 4.25 wide. And I'm adhering my first piece of pattern paper to the top with some Tombow Mono Multi Glue. I thought this cactus print was perfect for this stamp set. And then I'm going to take this kind of graphic print and I'll glue that down to the bottom for a nice splash of color. And then I'll take this little border that I die cut with the Lawn Fawn Stitch Scallop Border die. This is the smallest in that set. And I die cut that out of some black pearl cardstock from Crafter's Companion. So it's black with a little bit of shimmer to it, but it's not glitter paper. So it still adheres to the rules of the hospitals. And I'm just going to put a small bead of glue down, and then I'll just adhere that right over the transition between those two pattern papers. And then I can just flip my card over and clip off the ends on either side. I'll add some Scotch 3M foam tape to the back of my focal panel. Just grabbing a little extra piece there. Then I can peel off the backer sheets and line that up over my card and just press that down in the center. Make sure it's straight. For the inside of the card, I'm going to keep it really simple. I'm going to take that Lawn Fawn Guava ink that I used at the beginning, and I'm going to stamp out the little heart in the center of the card. Just make sure it's good and inked up. And then I'm going to take the little branch and I'll stamp that in the freshly mowed grass again. And I'm going to do that once on either side. And I didn't get it lined up exactly perfect, but I don't think the kids are really going to care. And I'll be sure to write Happy Valentine's Day on the inside when I sign it. So there's a look at both cards, same pattern papers used throughout and same design, but I was able to come up with 2 cards. And there is a still shot of each of those. I want to thank you guys for watching and thank those of you who are participating in the Cards from the Heart card drive. For more information on that, please see the link below the video in the description bar. Here's a couple extra videos in case you'd like to check those out, and you can always click on my photo to subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye-bye.